Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Love, 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 and hugs to you. I'm really excited about doing a reading on this gorgeous Capricorn full moon. This is the energy of logic and precision and getting things done with ease. And just a quick heads up, if you guys didn't already know, I'm doing a really cool 13-point moon spread special. Answers a lot of questions. Come over to IG. I love doing this. It ends up being anywhere between 20 and 45 minutes, these reads, depending on the person and their messages. But I love them and I get great feedback. And I feel like it's also helpful because we're now developing like a really doable, elastic, flexible schedule for ourselves. Because Capricorn allows us to get much more done without having to try it merely as hard. The answers just come. Organization comes. Scheduling comes. Capricorn's about being attentive, brave, patient, resistant, logical, find solutions, even in the most difficult situations. Because what happens is they kind of like, okay, here's the premise. Then they release it. They don't sit there and drill and chase. They just release it. And then ideas just start to formulate and come naturally. And it's really wonderful. A lot of Capricorn energy is prone to reflection, which is really helpful because then we realize how we did something before, how it may have helped, how it may have hindered, and we're able to push through with better results. Really good time for caution and analysis right now too. So here's your choices, you guys, and we're going to see what, kind of change and benefits and different things are going to come with this. So we have closure, lighten your load, and confidence. Just being aware of my surroundings for a moment. I smelled skunk and I was like, apparently Ian said we have one that is close by. So I'm like, they don't usually come out in the day. So let's see what is going on in terms of group one. I'm going to give you guys a quick pause. I'm going to have a sip of water and let you choose. I hope you guys are doing well. I just got some great information from Ian yesterday. Apparently he booked us a little vacay starting Monday to Saturday, which I'm really excited about. We're going to go to Cape Cod and just kind of like change up our environment. And it's like big sand dunes, this one area we're going, a lot of whales, a lot of great white sharks. So I'll be filming and doing some fun stuff for you guys too. I'll make a little montage, especially with the whales. I am freaking out. I'm loving that so much. I'm so excited for it. Okay, you guys, quick sip of water and then we're going to start with closure. And the reason I chose this card is because that's what full moons, new moons is all about. Let's close out the chapter of what was. Especially I've been doing some reading and studying lately, and I find it so fascinating that as humans, what happens is when we first wake up or we're experiencing something, our mind and our ego wants to go back to the past. And oftentimes what's involved in the past is loss and regret. So why are we doing that? That is over. And oftentimes we will skip into the future and then we have anxiety and fear. Why are we doing that? This is about present moment awareness, closing that door so we can be aware of where we're going right now and what we're experiencing. So let's see what is coming. Meant for you. Ooh, I love that. Now let's get our quick flip through on that. I've rediscovered my animal tarot cards, which I love so much. So meant for you and the hummingbird, 4 of wands. I love it. This card's been coming up a lot, you guys. So this is about homecoming, rest after labor, nirvana. This is saying, please get plugged into this summer solstice. And that's about socializing, relaxation, sun, sand, lemonade, fun, just sitting, just being. Really, really let yourself just be as much as you can this summer. I know I have so much fire in my chart. I always want to go and produce and plan and I have fun, but the thing is I have my best time, my best ideas when I just stop everything. I just stop, I unplug, and I ask the universe, what is meant for me? What should I be paying attention to? And if we're always moving and hustling and going, it's hard for us to see the signs, right? And Capricorns are great at that. Like, I'm married to one, and I'm not kidding you when I say Ian will come home, sit in his chair and do this thing where it used to concern me, and then I would start laughing at it, where he just stares at a wall or an empty computer screen that isn't even on. And he's downloading the day and letting it go and processing. And I thought that's so great because I used to not do that. I used to not kind of like let things travel and filter through, so I could let it go. And that's also why he problem solves. No noise. No, he doesn't need to be plugged into all these machines, and answers come to him because he's kind of like navigating an empty space by just staring at that. And I love that. And Capricorn energy will do that. And what is meant for you is going to be brought to the surface now, which I love. So again, you're going to find solutions to problems that, heretofore kind of snagged you. It could be with a teenager, it could be with a group think tank, whatever is happening, something within your home, an issue, finances. It is going to see its resolution, and you'll come to some really, really cool terms with it. And oftentimes when we just let it go, instead of just keep pounding and chasing, that's when our answers come. Also something new and beautiful that's meant for you. I love Four of Wands, because that's also about you coming into some strength or gift that you have. That's what that homecoming means to me, and something that will fortify your future in a really wonderful way. Oftentimes too, this is the wedding card to me too, in celebration. This is great social energy you're going to be moving into, feeling good about who you are and developing new and fun kindred spirit relationships. You really, really stopping to smell the flowers and being like, I deserve this. I deserve a respite. I work hard. I'm focused on family, friends, and other people. And now I want to have these moments of joy, of nirvana. And that, for me, that can be anything where I just see a fish jump out of the water when I'm walking on the beach, when a bird comes really, really close to me. The second I come out my yard and Moonbeams comes and sits directly next to me like she is right now. She's like 6 inches from the camera right behind it right now. Things of that, connections and energies that are enriching and helpful. And you're really going to tap into that. So let's see, Capricorn energy is going to make you more practical. It's very traditional, old soul. A lot of this energy means wisdom beyond their years, because they really have this kind of ancient magic about them. Strong and dignified, super reliable, creatures of habit. They're legacy builders too, because man, do they set their mind to something and go do it. So now is the time you'll also be doing this. Honorable, successful, goddess, boss energy coming in for you. So I love that for you, Group 1. Remember, I listened to some speakers this morning, and they really brought back to my attention the fact that we really are the narrators in our life, and we get to decide who we want in, who we want to ink out because it's not working for us. Where do we want to visit? Who do we want to be with? What kind of foods do we want to eat? How do we want to take care of our body? Because we get to decide every day. We are naturally holistic towards ourselves when we are grounded in earth, because our body talks to us all the time. You all of a sudden crave salt, if your sodium levels are low. You'll crave certain kinds of foods when your iron is low. When we really slow down, our body wants to repair itself, heal itself, and thrive. So really slow down and ask yourself, what kind of foods are you directed towards? And hopefully it's things that grow off of trees and out of the ground, nuts, really rich vitamin, heavy things to eat right now are going to be important, especially, because of the fact that when things get very humid and hot, that we lose a lot of water. So we want to make sure our sodium levels are up, and really listen, feel like, oh, I feel a little tired or dragged down. Check your stuff, have a multivitamin, all of this, because I feel like you're optimizing your health right now too, because this Capricorn energy says, hey, look after this. This is your machine. Is it well oiled? And you'll really be taking breaks when you need it. We are not machines. Oh my God, I just noticed something so beautiful, and I'm gonna film it and put it on IG. We have this beautiful, I think it's an Easter lily plant, and the first one just bloomed, and it's the prettiest watermelon pink flower, and it's over right by our grill, and I just noticed it. It looks gorgeous. That's nirvana. That's awesome to me, when things blossom and thrive under our care, right? So that's you, Group 1. Beautiful energy, love and light to you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below. Please come over to IG and get in on. There's a great jewelry giveaway. I made a really cool piece, a really shiny jet black with all these gorgeous sun charms and moon charms, and I actually wore it to my son's graduation, and I'm going to have that be in a giveaway. And come on over. If you just come over and follow, you're automatically entered. I do a card drawing. I pull 2 cards, and if those are your initials and you're the first one, then you win. And you can see all the specials that I'm running, and DM me for any information as well. So love and light group 2, and now we are on to lighten your load. 100% summer is here. Let's take all the heaviness, let's take all the rush, let's take all the huge long to-do lists that sometimes come with fall, right? This is summer solstice. This is where release and let go, especially with this kind of full moon, because if Capricorns are about anything, they are about simplifying, rectifying problems, getting rid of clutter so they can see. They're very result orientated, go-getter, yet delicate on the inside, where it's like they're very sentimental and very feeling. I'm married to a Capricorn, and he's always looking at pictures, and I'll see him just looking and checking out pictures and really pause for a long time on one. Very sentimental. It's very, very lovely. But again, this is a practical time where we're like, you'll really see where you don't need certain things. You'll be looking around your house and go, excessive. You'll be looking around some of your social groups, excessive, and be able to really kind of prune. It's a big time for pruning, lightening your load. So you also have Alice and you have good luck. So whatever endeavor you're thinking, go down that rabbit hole. Say yes to that trip, say yes to that function, say yes to whatever that is, that gift, and really go out. This is a time for trying new things. Capricorns are very brave because they realize they don't have to fully immerse themselves. They can dip their toe in the water and just check things out. Hey, do I like this Zumba class? Hey, do I like this chess club? Do I like this dating app? Whatever it is, Capricorns are very logical. Like, I didn't promise anybody anything, including myself. I want to try. And they are very expansive because they're a self-confident, beautiful, ambitious energy. And that's going to help you formulate if you guys are thinking of any kind of business plan right now is the time, because you'll leave out all the superfluous, you'll leave out all the stuff that you don't need, and really simplify and get to the nuts and bolts that bring you the good results, right? Nuts and bolts, good results. That's all we need. And I remember when I was making my plan for the channel, and in the beginning I had sometimes such complicated layouts and setups that I was tired by the time I started to do the read, and I thought, you know what, time to really simplify, and that's what you're going to do, which is beautiful. So let's see what is coming up. Wheel of Fortune, luck. Oh, you are just having a lot of luck with this moon cycle. I'm excited. Luck, life cycles, major karmic events. So I feel those of you, and you know who you are, those of you that are gifted, those of you that are generous, you are going to see a quick return on that karmic reward. You know, it could be a big splash of cash. It could be just a crazy awesome gift, winning something, people coming on your side and helping you and lifting you and cheering you on. Like all of a sudden, just grand exposure in something that you're doing, some endeavor you're doing. This is a big cosmic hug for you, you guys. Super, super lucky. I'm excited. Comment down below if you chose group 2, because you're going to get a lot of nice surprises. And oftentimes I'll just expect this, like in my mind, I'll get excited. I'll pretend like it's Christmas Eve, and I'm going to be like, what gifts are coming? What am I going to learn today? What's going to happen? Because oftentimes if I go out in nature, or I go out in public, or I go do things, I have the nicest interactions, and I feel really good about the world and the beauty of the world. And usually, you know, I'm 5-10 minutes away from anything, from a forest, from several beaches. Super, super lucky. But even in my backyard, it's like when I look for these little gifts and this sense of wonder, it shows up, and that's going to happen. But for some of you guys, I just feel like you have been so generous with your time and your resources and your creativity, and maybe things seem at a lull, or there isn't appreciation. You put a lot of hard work into something, and the reward seems very minimal, or the attention seems very minimal. It's going to take off in this next lunar cycle. It's just going to, that kind of like strike it rich moment, where people are really paying attention. They're excited about what you're doing, and they're on board with it, which I love. So you also have the Queen of Cups energy, psychic, visionary, compassion, and radiance. So this is a time too, and I love Capricorn old soul energy, because you really do tap into visions you're meant to see, things you're meant to hear. So be very observant. I feel like that's your keyword, observancy. And by watching things, you're going to see the synergy, you're going to see the synchronicities, the numbers, the animals. So I feel like these are also going to be some symbols for you. Jellyfish, bee, dark cats. Because what's happening is you're cycling up in this beautiful, like more heightened and lightened stage where things start to make sense, and you're reading it like it's a glow in the dark map. Like, I am supposed to say this. I am supposed to be true to myself. I am supposed to stand up and set boundaries and tell parents, friends, or whoever, no, when I want that time for myself. I'm not meant to be a yes person or a people pleaser. I don't have to perform. I'm going to be me in my purest form, which is I like that, I don't like that. I'm going here, no thank you. Whatever it is, very simplistic. Capricorns cut right to the chase. If you invite them to do something that they don't want to do, no thank you. That's boring. That's like totally no thank you. I don't like that at all. Like just totally cuts to the quick. I'm not saying you have to be insulting, but just no is a complete sentence. I've said that before. It is nope. And oftentimes when people are used to hearing yes, they get a little dicey when you say no, and you don't need to explain yourself. Your time is your time, your resources are your resources. And I was speaking to a couple people today, and we will find out, even people that we like and we have camaraderie ship, every once in a while, people come in and just do something dicey. They'll assume because you did something for them before or whatever, and then they want to double down on that. Or, oh, can you also do this for me? There are instances, as creatives especially, you guys will notice that, right? And if you're givers, lots of times people are just like, oh, thanks, where's that happy tray of never-ending candy? So have a look out for that, because Capricorns say, when Capricorns are like, that's enough, you're going to have that beautiful energy to say that, very strong and dignified, yet diplomatic at the same time. You're not out to embarrass anyone or make them feel bad, but sometimes people don't even know, because again, we're habitual creatures. If we're always used to receiving from someone, we're like, hey, where is that gravy train? We love that. That makes us feel good. But that person that is making that train go is shoveling in the coal and doing the hard work. So have some discernment on how you ask people for things, and also the energy you bring in. I feel you're going to be really smart too and diplomatic about people that do like emotional dumps on you. You're just going to say, listen, I really don't have the bandwidth for this. I really want to help you through this and hear what you have to say, but I'm trying to keep a clear head and mindset right now, and I will be focused on your problems and endeavors if you tell me all this right now. So let's put a pin in that and we'll get back to it, right? Good diplomacy. Capricorns are great at that, and they're logical. They don't get over emotional. They don't feel like they have to come to the rescue of everybody, right? And that's also how you're going to lighten your load big time, by saying no when you need to say no. Buku important, group 2. Comment down below if this is you, because I'm really excited for all your karmic rewards coming in. And comment later in the week of what they are as they come in. It could be new insights. It could just be a whirlwind of fun activities, invites, again, assets increasing. Whatever it is, I'm really curious, because I feel like you're on a super, super empowered lucky streak. Beautiful lunar cycle for you. Again, you guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Melanie. All my links are down below. Come on over to IG. It's Sparkwist11. There is a fun jewelry giveaway, which I'm doing this weekend. There's a great lunar cycle spread. Really, really awesome. And it ends up being between 20 and 40 minutes, and it's only $25, and it's a 13-point spread. But I love this, because sometimes we just need these little windows of opportunity to be made known to us, because sometimes, again, we get on that carousel and we start doing things and we're like, I forgot that I had options and choices on an epic scale, that my choices are limitless. And this is a good reminder of that, right? Like sometimes, I always think in the possibilities of the things I've done before, right? But that's an experience I've had before. Why aren't I going someplace? Like, why aren't I just getting in my car and going to a town nearby that I usually never go to, and go to that park and that thing and experience something new? Because that really enriches us. When we do things for the first time, we are in present moment awareness, and that's where the really rich experiences come in. So do that. Get in your car and be like, what's my next town over that I haven't done something? Because I usually head in two directions in my town. I go to Darien and or I go to Norwalk, but I rarely go into Greenwich, and they have some amazing parks. So I think I'm going to do myself a favor and do that and head over there sometime this week, either today or tomorrow, and go check something out over there. Because that's one of the things on my full moon agenda, is to get out of comfort zone and go to new places. So beautiful energy, you guys. I love that. Okay, group 3. Now let's see what's going to be happening in this gorgeous lunar cycle for you. Again, remember, Capricorn has all the beautiful, ambitious, loyal, sometimes very loner attributes, structured, stable, always poised. I rarely meet Capricorn or am imbued with that energy where I don't feel poised and collected, because emotion doesn't run roughshod over any Capricorn. They're like, logic first, let's take care of this. Let's be practical about things, and then things get done because they simplify, and that's half of it. You're not pulling in all this energy that's not necessary, that convolutes it, that misdirects, that derails. It's just very kind of purified, streamlined energy. So confidence. Also, another part of this sign in this lunar cycle brings in confidence to say yes to big picture things, that new job, starting your own business, going on vacation. A lot of this, I'm telling you, Ian stepped into his own Capricorn power and he just booked our vacation yesterday. He's like, by the way, we're going here, we're going to check this out. Super psyched, all these areas all over Cape Cod. And that's the thing, it's just like good at making choices based on logic. Where is this in, in cahoots with this, and how do we get there, all of that. And they love to strategize and plan. So you'll be really great at strategizing and plans. If you have any business ideas, go for it in a big way. So let's see what energy is coming in. Rabbit, reaping what you sow, constancy, perspective, rise and shine, foresight, slow and steady. Loving this because 3 of Wands, let's plan for our future. And this energy is very forward thinking because you are so simplifying things that the things that don't matter just drop away like dead wood. I don't care if my aunt says this or that. I don't care if there's gossip or BS over there. I don't care about the drama over there. I don't really care what people think of me right now. Capricorns are great in that. They have confidence and they're secure in who they are, so they don't need other people to validate them. I've never seen anybody calmer in an argument or where things erupt than Ian, because he just observes. He just observes what's the energy, who's saying what, and because he doesn't get emotional, he follows all the facts. So he's like, okay, well, we're not going to be able to resolve this unless we do A, B, and C. And I've always been really impressed with that because he does not get emotional. He doesn't get nervous. It's just like firmly planted feet, and let's be logical and practical about that. So with planning your future, when you take out all those emotions, well, what is so-and-so going to feel? How are they going to do? How are they going to respond? They're going to hate that. They're going to say this. You don't care. You care how you're going to feel. You care how it's going to operate. You care about the smoothness, the efficiency of it. This is a really efficient time with very little effort. You just start simple, stage by stage, and then you really get there. And you're going to be able to start all those beautiful seeds that you planted, creative ideas, things you've been journaling, things you've been wondering about, things you wanted to get into full swing are going to start to materialize, and you're going to feel good. Like, now you're going to see a profit if you have certain stores or online stores, things like that. Now you're going to see more attention. You're going to see upgrades. You're going to see like the velocity is building, which is really nice, because sometimes when things don't move, we get like a little bummed out about it. So beautiful. We have, oh yay, Crown of the Butterfly Bambini, which I love, and Duke of Shadows. So I feel like some of you guys are going to have a mysterious person that comes in and helps you. This is a kindred. You feel their energy and you're like, wow. And they seem to come out of nowhere. It's just like a blessing. I always feel like this is an earth angel that comes and helps you, in a kindred spirit that cheers you on and says thank you. And look at the beautiful twinkle on the card. You definitely are due this, and you probably feel this too. Like, I feel a little bit lonely. Like, I feel like people aren't really on my wavelength a lot of the time, or I'm explaining a lot. This person, zero explanation. They are a kindred spirit coming in to help you in this lunar cycle. Because oftentimes we need that 3D vibration from another living being. Our cats can only do so much. Our dogs can only do so much, where you have real great conversations that culminate in successful business ideas, ventures, collaborations, higher education, all kinds of wonderful things. Like, you're just able to plan beautifully. Preparation, and you have follow through. And I love this too. So I feel like you're going to be you see this, you are going to feel like in your prime confidence stage, where you can just come out and you feel like you can say exactly what you need to say. This can be at work. This could be within your family. This is setting firm boundaries and saying, this doesn't really work for me. I feel like there's an inadequacy in this. I feel like this is a little far reaching. Like, you're really going to benefit from speaking your mind in so many arenas right now. And you're going to come across as really eloquent in your speech. You're going to be really erudite, get your point across, polished, efficient behaviors, actions, and deeds. And people are going to be like, wow, this person is super reliable. Because Capricorns, that earth energy is super reliable because they plan. They don't over plan, and they don't get over technical. They simplify. This will work if this works. I feel like they make great engineers. They make great navigators. They make great builders, because they do things step by step. And because of that, you're going to feel that methodical approach is very grounding and soothing to you, because you're like, hey, I didn't go from step A to step S and miss all the in between and have to skip back. Very ABC, very organized, very calm, and not, none of that over emotional stage that can come in when a lot of Cancers in the mix or a lot of Pisces in the mix. Capricorn is like, get it done and stay focused. And who cares what anybody else thinks? This is my perspective. Follow through. Beautiful, beautiful smooth energy, which I love, but people celebrating you too, because that's the crown of the butterfly bambini. People saying thank you. I can't believe you put all this effort and work and big reward time. I love this for you, because you're going to feel like, hey, I feel good about what's going on right now. Yes, fortune, gratification, and wishes. All of a sudden, people that you want to connect with you are going to start to connect with you and notice you. Gratification, finishing something and feeling really great about that. Like, I was so happy last night because I thought, whoa, my private reads are starting to build because of this full moon. I said, you know what? You have great energy. It doesn't matter what time it is. It may be midnight, but you're wide awake because you had a long nap. Start doing them now. It's great energy. I finished them all. I worked from like 12 to 2 in the morning, wide awake, took little breaks and watched part of the Viking, meditated, finished everything, because it was that kind of thing. How gratifying it is to be done ahead of schedule and have kind of like a free afternoon if I want it, right? Good fortune. Really, there is an access turning where now all these windows of opportunities are going to be seen by you, where before they might have been blocked or curtained because you were overcomplicating things. But when we simplify, we see all the blessings, and that's exactly what's happening for you, Group 3. I love that for you. You're going to feel lucky, and when we feel lucky, we actually become more lucky, and we have gratitude for what's around us. So big gratitude hat that you're wearing is going to signify to the universe you deserve more, and so watch that abundance come in as well. So gorgeous, gorgeous energy, you guys. If that, you comment down below and you start to feel that you're feeling lucky about that. And if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below. I'd love for you to come over to IG, which is Sparkrist11. I am doing fun jewelry giveaways, some really great the full moon spread. It's so fantastic. It's a 13-point spread, and it ends up being between 30 and 40 minutes, and it's only $25. I like to do layouts for you guys so you don't have to be overburdened by what do I want to ask, what's going on. And I found the ones that I did last night came out really beautiful, really concise energy, really excited about it. So go for it, you guys. Remember, you are the author of your book. If you don't like a page in it, rip it out. Start over, blank slate. Moment to moment, we can change the energy. Move a muscle, change a thought. Something comes in, guilt, low vibration, whatever it is. Especially stress or anxiety, it's like, what is one thing that you see right by you right now that makes you feel good? And then go from that good thought to the next. You have appreciation for that. Like this crazy pink flower that I'm going to post over on IG that is sprouting right by my grill in my backyard. I'm looking at it right now. It is the most beautiful, like watermelon pink color I've ever seen, and I just noticed it, and I'm like, how long have you been there, you crazy awesome flower? Little things like that, and it's going to show you all the other opportunities that are aligning for you. So love and light, you guys. Have a great day. Hello everybody, welcome to your daily pop. This video is dedicated to Katie Morrow, who is having some hardships, and she is a long time listener and viewer, and she's just a really, really lovely soul. And you know how sometimes like life can really deal us a hard hand and we work through it, and then sometimes we get another crap hand and then we work through it. And now I really want the sun to be able to shine on her world and treat her well. So Katie, just know that you're loved and you're always in my thoughts, and thank you for reconnecting with me this morning. You're such a, enduring, wonderful spirit, and I really, really always hope the best for you. So let's get some good news for you. This daily pop. Let's see what came up. I love these cards, and a lot of you guys have been asking. I'll find out and post over on IG. I know oftentimes if you just go under Pinterest or you go under Amazon and you put animal tarot deck, this deck may come up, but it might be illuminated animal. I can't remember because I'm not developing this sentence correctly. Quite often, I just throw the boxes out because I don't they get like this weird suction, and they're really difficult to get into if they don't flip up. So I just chuck them, and then I just keep them in specialized containers that I can have quick access to. So again, you guys, if you just look up animal, you should be able to see this. So let's see what's happening for us. Let's start with Bear, Queen of Pentacles, Earth Mother protection, a noble soul. A lot of you guys are probably feeling this. Right now with this summer solstice, I want people to ask, because a lot of times this is very responsible energy. Are we taking care of everybody else? Are we taking care of our family members, our offspring, all of this? But let's also find, within our noble souls, care for ourselves. How would you describe your ideal life? What parts are you living of that, and what parts are you just not paying attention to that you can do? Because I know, let me just give you for instance, my ideal life is where I stretch and do yoga and go for a walk every day. I'm not implementing that every day. Sometimes my workload and whatever, or just sheer laziness is such that I'm like, I'll get to it later. Guess what? It's now dark. And then I'm like, oh, I kind of want to just unplug for a little while. Then I eat, and then I'm like, oh, now I'm too full to do this. So I procrastinate in that, and it's very important. But I feel like this news cycle with this, the noble soul knows when it is good for them to have a holistic approach to their life and take care of themselves. Our bodies are always speaking to us. Our bodies are always saying, I feel very thirsty. That means, let's check our magnesium and our sodium levels. All of this, very tired and run down. Let's check our iron levels. Let's have a multivitamin. There's so many wonderful spices and herbs and things out there that are curative. Like I'm always trying to add turmeric, cinnamon, red wine vinegar, there's so many things that work really well within our blood and our metabolism. Do a little research. I feel like now is the time for that little self-care, because oftentimes when we're busy taking care of everybody else, we're on the back burner, some things can happen, right? Our joints and our muscles, if we're not exercising, can get a little creaky and sneaky on us. Oh my God, I don't know what's happening, but the cat is chasing something that's moving on the patio and just ate it. And it was smaller than I could see, so I think it was a bee or an ant. She's so crazy feral. It's like baby just lives outside. She's hilarious. Okay, so let me ask you something with this, and I'd love for you to post down below too. What are 3 positive things you should start doing? I can name 3 right now. I should start eating a lot cleaner. I should start stretching and exercising, and I should start simplifying, because I do still love to jam the whole world into one day. Ask yourself that, and that's going to help and benefit you in terms of self-care. Now let's look at the 2 of Pentacles with chimpanzees. Balance, going with the flow, and fun. I'm all about this card, because when we go in the flow, guess what? We get great ideas. We're super creative. We're having a good time. I'll give you, for instance, I love this. I found this container of my clear beads, and I thought I want to paint these with beautiful oil paints and make them into flowers or little animals or whatever. And I just saw them on a shelf, and because I was in flow state and creative, more ideas came to me how to simplify and create things. And I want to do mosaics and some other things today because the weather is beautiful. So when we get in this flow state, really fun ideas come, and then it's cumulative too. As we're doing one creative thing, then another idea comes, right? Because we're in that flow state. Play music while you're doing it. That enhances it so much as well. I love beautiful like Celtic music when I'm sitting outside. In fact, when I'm done with this, I'm going to play some nice music and bring out my oil paints and paint these glass beads as well. And I remember last year I made runes out of them, and they came out really, really cool. So this is also, have a life balance. Make sure everything is not all work, or make sure everything is not a Netflixing and chilling. We have to have a nice balance. I love work, reward, work, reward. And I don't even, like, my work isn't even work. So I just call create, reward, create, reward. So whatever I'm doing, if I want to finish it within a certain time frame, I'm like, after, you can just sit back, drink coffee, have that be the only thing you're doing, listen to music, watch a fun show. Like last night, in between my reads, I watched, my favorite show is Vikings. I love that. It's over, I think it's on Amazon Prime, and it's just fantastic. It's just like this epic saga of Ragnar, and I love it. And comment if you've seen it. So I was watching, there was a new one out, and I was watching that in between doing my reads. That was my reward. Now, had I sat down and watched 6 episodes of that straight, I wouldn't have enjoyed it nearly as much, because that's, the reward for doing nothing. And then I feel guilty. I should be doing work. So intersperse work and reward, and you feel really good. Have reverence for the things you've done. Celebrate it. Life isn't always easy. When you got to run out and go to the grocery store and the post office and do all these things, reward yourself. Make it a fun trip. Like, I'm going to have the best. I'm going to get some crazy Slurpee or whatever, a yummy snack. I'm going to buy myself a cool book while I'm out there. Do stuff that enhances what is, task mongering, and treat yourself well with that. It's a lovely balance. Have fun with your day. Make fun a priority. Stop by the beach, go for that walk, talk to those friends. Like, I've been making some of my friends and other people a priority to chat on the phone with them. It starts my day off awesome, or ends my evening nice. I love, with like-minded people, you have great spirited conversations. It's awesome, right? Now let's look at pufferfish, 9 of Cups. I love this fish. He looks like so gormless. He's like, Bara. I think though, aren't these, they're poisonous, I do believe, the Japanese puffer fish. Yeah, I think they are. They're so cool looking though. So wishes granted, satisfaction, and pride. So I'm loving this. So what I do is I will make a wish, and I'll know that I'm the one that can make it come true. Absolutely. I want to have a good day. That's my wish. What is going to be that? What are some things that I can do more of that make me feel good? laughing. I love comedy, so I'll watch a little comedic strip on whatever, YouTube or whatever. Gets me in a really good mood, gets me in flow state, makes me have fun, wraps this all together. And then because of that, I will do something that is creative or beautiful or nice. I'll create a certain piece and I'll have pride in that. I really do like to infuse my day with a lovely balance of let's get some things done, but then let's really take time out, pet the cats in the sun, listen to birds, build something, plant something, be amused by the world, right? Like I love to go and people watch, especially at the beach. People are hilarious. She keeps eating things off the ground. I keep watching her and I'm highly amused by this. Like I think it looks like wood chips. I'm going to have to go stop this in a minute because I don't see any movement and I just see her eating things. Oh my gosh, why are cats so weird? She's hilarious. She's just like eating pieces of wood. That's how she rocks. Okay, you guys, so let's ask ourselves what's most important to you. If you would describe yourself, what would you say? At your best, what would you say? And when you're at your kind of like self-depreciating, what would you say? How can you create more positive habits? What are 3 things you need to stop doing? I can say that for myself right now. I need to stop, and I did this last night and I was really proud. I need to stop scrolling on IG before I go to bed because I end up doing that for 2 or 3 hours. Totally, like it's a weird kind of time warp and you never feel satisfied. And I think that's the addictive kind of policy of it. Just show somebody a taste of something, then they'll find something. It's a weird brain warp. So that's one of the things I stop. What are things you need to do more of? What do you need to forgive yourself for? What do you need to leave in the past? What are you grateful for? What do you need to make a priority in your life? For a lot of you guys, it's your health. For a lot of you guys, it's your family. For a lot of you guys, it's your well-being, and really, really tap into that and make it happen. It's as easy as that, because I love this lunar cycle that's happening with Capricorn because you're able to simplify and prioritize really, really well and map things out and go stage by stage and get it done. So I'm loving that. So again, you guys, love and light. That is your Daily Pop.